Hi guys, I'm finally back and it has been ages. Dazzie's Top 20 Selling Comic Books of the Week, episode 162. And tonight I will be discussing the best selling comic books on eBay for the week ending the 3rd of December 2021. Now, since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics. And they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. As always, let's find out if you can beat me. Trust me, it is not difficult. This last few minutes, I've just finished watching episode 4 of Hawkeye with my boys and thoroughly enjoying it. To me, it is by far and away the best of the Disney Plus MCU shows to date. And of course, in that series, we get a dog, and that dog goes by the name of Lucky the Pizza Dog. Now, Lucky first appears in Hawkeye issue 1 from 2012, but collectors seem to favour this book I'm about to show you. Number 20 on our list from 2013 is Hawkeye issue number 11, and this is where there is a solo story from the point of view of Lucky the Pizza Dog. Now, this was actually a 2014 Eisner Award winning issue for the best single issue, and it's a great book. Nice one to have in the PC. What numbers did this one do, guys? Well, this time it sold 16 copies with a 7-day trend plus 106% with a high sale. Get ready for this. Raw copy. High sale raw copy going for $195.88. I paid £3.18 for my copy, and that was in December of last year in a shop in Cardiff that I no longer go to. Yeah, you can see one of my rants on that particular Cardiff shop in a previous haul video. Number 19 on our list. Here's an interesting one, and it's a cracker as well. Marvel again, this time 2014 is your year. Now, in the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, Doctor Strange yells, "They're coming through." And that led to a ton of speculation on who he was referring to. Now, along with Miles Morales, of course, there's speculation, or perhaps even wishful thinking, that Spider-Gwen or Gwen Stacy could also appear in the film. 19 on our list, guys. Edge of Spider-Verse, issue number 2. Yep, the first appearance of Spider-Gwen, who is Gwendolyn Maxine Stacy in an alternate universe. Of course, I've just watched the Into the Spider-Verse 2 trailer again, where she reappears. That looks good fun. What numbers did this one do? Because there's nothing more than rumour at the moment. I can't see her turning up in Spider-Man No Way Home, but she will appear in the MCU. This book sold 12 copies, had a 7-day trend plus 108% with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for a whopping $1,251.99. Now, I picked this copy up for £40 in February of 2020 at one of my favourite cons here in Cheltenham in Gloucestershire. Just a great issue. I remember that day they had they had the first appearance of Miles Morales there as well for 45. I think I could have got that for 40. Chose that one. Should have got both in hindsight. But we already had Miles Morales, so I went with the first appearance of Spider-Gwen, which is a fantastic character. I'm looking forward to seeing more of her on screen. 18 on our list, sticking with Hawkeye. The classic Matt Fraction David Aja series is clearly very influenced on Disney Plus's series. Aja's art designs are of course used in the show's opening credits. Now, after Kate Bishop was of course introduced in Young Avengers, this issue features our first team up, or meeting rather, with Clint Barton. Number 18 on our list, guys, is Hawkeye issue number 2, and that comes from 2012. And I've been looking for this book high and low, no joy as yet. I'm not going to pay eBay prices. I will find one eventually. I'll be back out hunting very, very soon. This issue sold 11 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 135%, and a high sale VF stroke near mint raw copy went for $50, guys. There we go. 18 on our list was Hawkeye number 2. Number 17 on our list, we're sticking with Hawkeye again, and rightly so. Like I said, a fantastic show. And it's moving all sorts of Hawkeye keys at the moment. This issue is the first solo Kate Bishop series. Here we go, from 2016. Hawkeye, issue number 1. Now, this issue also boasts the first appearance of Ramona Watts, who later gains powers in West Coast Avengers issue 9, and I think becomes the character Alloy. Speculators thought at one point that that character may turn up as well. Well, this book sold a whopping 49 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 67%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $200. I've had a couple of these. I paid £2 for this copy, and that was in the middle of 2019 at the Birmingham Comic Con. A minor key, but it's still selling well. Okay, number 16 on our list, and we're getting a bit of Hawkeye, Hawkeye, Moon Knight key now. Yeah, in Moon Knight issue 5, an obscure Marvel villain called Zodiac. Zodiac is reintroduced after first appearing in this 2009 title. Now, taking some of the steam from Hunter's Moon, Zodiac is presented as the recent mastermind behind Mark Spector's current challenges. This is a book that I can't imagine too many of you will have. Like I said, from 2009, we are going with Dark Reign Zodiac, issue number 1. And I do like this cover. This is a holdover from last week's top 20. There's your book, guys. What can I tell you about its numbers? Because it's doing okay. It sold 10 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 177%, with a high sale raw copy going for a very respectable $36.18. Yeah, this new Moon Knight run seems to be doing quite well, doesn't it? That Hunter's Moon has been pure fire. 15 on our list. And we're going back to that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. And this is a book from last year. Now, in the most recent Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, there's a brief scene where Spider-Man is wielding magic-infused gauntlets. And this cover, featuring Spider-Man as a symbiote-powered Sorcerer Supreme, was the closest thing fans could find to represent that moment. Number 15 on our list, another holdover from last time round, is Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality, issue number 3. And this is a cracking cover. There we go, guys. Again, I would think this one has a pretty low print run. I'm certainly looking for it now. This book sold 18 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 142%, with a high sale raw copy going for a very nice $31. This is a lovely book. Next, number 14 on our list. Another book from Marvel, this time way back into the naughty 90s. Yeah, 1991. And there's another rumour of a Sleepwalker series in development at Disney+. Yeah, the mostly ignored and obscure Marvel character has done this dance before. Number 14 on our list, 1991, Sleepwalker, issue number 1. And the first appearance of Sleepwalker, who is Rick Sheridan. It's also the first appearance of his main villain, and that is 8-Ball, who is Jeff Higgs. So a great issue. Not an easy book to find. This is the only one I've ever found. Mine's only mid-grade probably, but it'll do for a placeholder. Now, with those new rumours circulating, 31 copies sold with a 7-day trend of plus 86% and a high sale CGC 9.8 going for a very nice $185. It's the kind of book I kind of place around with Darkhawk, that kind of era. I paid just £1.08 for my copy here in my local LCS in Gloucester, and that was at the back end of 2019. 13 on our list is an independent title, and it comes from a company I've got quite a few books of because they do fire out some good content, and that is Boom Studios. Yeah, book that's recently come out. Alex Child, co-writer of Proctor Valley Road with Grant Morrison. I'm a big fan of Grant Morrison's. Was recently charged with Spectale's podcast that his project has been optioned. Now, while this is still unconfirmed, copies are moving. This was released back in April of 2021, and copies could still well be found in your LCSs. Number 13 on our list is Proctor Valley Road, issue number 1. There are multiple covers, guys. It's the A cover that is doing the damage. There we go. Certainly something to add to the radar. Like I say, I don't pick up new books, but if I go in there from time to time, I do like looking in the grab bag section and through the back issues to see if they're still hot. This book sold 36 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 126% and a high sale CGC 9.8. Went for $74.80. I've just looked recently on eBay, and Raws here in the UK you can get for around about 10 quid. 12 on our list, and like I say, this Hawkeye show is, for me, it's the most cinematic universe type of show. It's got that, seems to have that bigger budget. The action scenes are fantastic, the humor brilliant, and of course we've been introduced to some new fantastic characters, and one of them is of course Maya Lopez. And number 12 on our list is the big book from her, and that is Daredevil, issue number 9, and the first appearance of Echo. Maya Lopez, a highly skilled martial artist, who is of course also deaf. Now, like I say, this is the first appearance of Maya Lopez, but not as Echo. That we'll come to that later on. But this book has been pure fire. I sold a mid-grade copy recently for 60 plus. This book, this time round, sold 16 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 104% with a high sale CGC 9.8, going for a very, very nice $850. I paid £2.95 for my best copy, which is this one. I've had quite a few of these, and that was in the middle of 2020. One of my favourite local shops here in Worcester, out of this world. Number 11 on our list, another Marvel book, this time going back again to the 90s. And 1990 is the year. Yeah, that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer lit a fire under a lot of books. I have my ticket booked. I can't wait to see it. They're going fast, the tickets, guys. So if you haven't booked, I book and book soon. Well, the highly anticipated film could be the first post-COVID film to see true box office returns that resemble pre-COVID times, believe it or not. And this excitement has affected comic sales tremendously. It even ignited sales for this issue's second appearance of the Sinister Six. What a bizarre book to go for. What is it? Number 11 on our list is The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 337. There we go, guys. Like I say, the first appearance of the Sinister Six is out of the price range for a lot of us now. A book from the 60s. But this seems to be what people are going for as the replacement. This book sold 16 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 106% with a high sale CGC 9.6, going for a very nice $195.88. Not for me, no way. Raw copies on average are going for around about $32. Let's get into the big top 10. This is the oldest book so far, 1982, and it's a book I did a hot comic book alert about, guys. And I missed out on one the other day. I was watching it and it only went for about a $5. What is the book? Well, per The Hollywood Reporter, entrepreneur Josh Jones has acquired the animated film and television rights to Gru, the Wanderer, with the intent of producing the character's first ever animated adaptation via his film company, Did I Productions. Now, thanks to this announcement, Gru's first appearance in this issue has been very, very hot. What is that book, guys? Number 10 on our list from Eclipse, which is an imprint of Marvel, is Destroyer Duck, issue number 1. What a cover. Oh, sorry about that, guys. It tends to have a funny 5 minutes now and again, my iPad. A great book. It's one that's been added to my radar. What can I tell you about it? Well, created by Sergio Aragonés, this issue features a 3-page original story of Gru and was intended, believe it or not, as a satire of Conan the Barbarian. Now, a few months ago, we were impressed with its high sale of $575 for a 9.8, and they were going around about $50 raw. This week, that book has sold 17 copies with a 17 copies were sold with a 7-day trend plus 114%, and it had a massive high sale for a CGC 9.8 of $1,850. Oh my days. On average now, the raws are going for $90. Excuse me. You know, I must admit, since I've had COVID many months ago, I've still got a bit of a cough lingering. All you can do is test every day though, isn't it? Number 9 on our list, DC. Way, finally there. Yeah, this comes from this year. Artist David Nakayama truly delivered one gorgeous variant last week. Wonder Woman Black and Gold has produced some amazing covers, many of which have landed in the top 10. This incentive variant is going to be a tough cover to beat. Number 9 on our list is Wonder Woman Black and Gold, issue 6, the David Nakayama, 1 in 25, guys. And I must admit, this is a cracking cover. Absolutely stunning. Here's your book. Said it before, my LCSs do not get in the big incentives. But this book, even at a 1 in 25, sold 14 copies with a 7-day trend plus 140%, with a high sale raw copy going for a very respectable $156.49. Yeah. Number 8 on our list. I've spoke about this trailer, Spider-Man No Way Home. Looks fantastic. Cannot wait. I'm actually doing a poll at the moment, guys, on my community page. I've listed the next 5 live-action Marvel films. Let's find, if you get a chance, visit it. Just leave your comment which one you think you're most excited for. For me, it's Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, believe it or not. Yeah, I want to see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine back. But like I say, this new Spider-Man film has the potential to introduce some big characters. I spoke about Spider-Gwen. Now, of course, we're talking Miles Morales. Yeah, number 8 on our list, Ultimate Fallout, issue 4 from 2011. I've read rumours where he's supposed to turn up post-credits. I don't believe it. I'm not even sure he will show up, but he will at some point, that's for certain. Yeah, first appearance of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. This issue, though, is important because it's also where Reed Richards becomes the Maker, a turning point where an evil Richards explains his new philosophy of the world to the children of tomorrow. I keep saying that. I read that there's a rumor where that could be a future F4 MCU storyline. This book has been pure fire. It continues to be that way. This time around there was 20 copies sold with a 7-day trend of plus 103%, and it's back for CGC 9.8, $3,000, which is insane money. I paid £13.90 for this copy. This is my best copy. Bought that in March of 2018. Treated myself. And just recently, I picked up a second copy. But this time, for £1. My greatest ever £1 staff buy. Picked that up in Bristol. And I was shaking. I thought it was the reprint at the start. But no, the real McCoy. So you can't go wrong. And I'll list that one when we get some movie news. Okay, number 7 on our list. I have the Marvel Legends reprint of this that came with the Like it was a box set of figures. But number 7 on our list from 2005 is the real deal. I remember passing on a beat up copy of this for £1 once at the Birmingham Con. Boy, do I regret that now. Number 7 from 2005, you've probably guessed it, Young Avengers, issue number 1, guys. The first appearance of so many characters being introduced slowly but surely. But most notably at the moment, Kate Bishop. But like I say, Hulkling, there's Iron Lad, there's a few in there, there's guys in there. These Young Avengers will all form a team at some point, I am certain of that. Well, this big key sold 21 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 99% and a high sale CGC 9.8, went for a very nice $1,125. Yeah, and we're sticking with that Hawkeye show again, a book from 2000. And of course, we were introduced to Echo in episode 3. I love the backstory. And we were actually introduced to her dad as well. And number 6 on our list is Daredevil, issue number 10. Yeah, the second appearance and origin and the first cover appearance of Echo, of course, Maya Lopez. Also the first appearance of her father, Willie Lopez, known as Crazy Horse. And that he's seen briefly in a flashback in this issue. Well, this particular issue sold 19 copies this time round, with a 7-day trend of plus 128% and a high sale CGC 9.8, going for a very nice $360. I think the deaf actress, I can't even think of her name at the moment, who is portraying Maya, is doing a stellar job. And really looks like her as well on there, I think. And a great casting. And what did I pay for my copy? £1.67. And that was in a gaming shop in Bristol in April. There we go. £1.67. If you keep putting yourself out there, guys, you will find these gems. Okay, number 5 on our list. DC again. That's 2 for them. Wow. With issue 5 just coming out, the anticipated and hyped kiss with John Kent's new love interest, Jane Nakamura, is memorable. I can't even say it. All right, let's put it like this. It's put on the cover. I can't even get me a tongue twister. It's a 1 in 50. Hard to find incentive. Let's leave it at that. And this is where it happens on the cover. My word, I can't read. Number 5 on our list is Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue number 1, guys. But this is a 1 in 50 third printing, and obviously very, very scarce. Here's your book, guys. I'm going to go back and practice that word. I'm sure you know the word I mean. I'm scared to say it again because I mess it up again. There we go. There it is. The 1 in 50 third printing. That I can't imagine anyone of my subscribers will have. But somebody, if you have got it, let me know. This book sold 10 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 279%, with a high sale raw copy going for $315. Good stuff indeed. Number 4 on our list. I'm sure I've passed on this book so many times. And this one's interesting because CGC recently updated its case labels for this book to indicate Daredevil 11 as the first appearance of Echo, aka Maya Lopez. So 9 is the first appearance of Maya Lopez, 10 the origin and first cover, and now 11 officially the first full appearance of Daredevil. And we know that Maya Lopez is here to stay. She's getting her own show very, very soon. Here's your book, guys. First full appearance of Echo. And I think I know where a copy is, so I will definitely be out on the hunt looking for that issue. The book sold 22 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 131% and a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $300. Oh my days, I'm certain I've passed on numerous copies of that book. Number 3 on our list, and this character has only been briefly seen so far, but I loved what I've seen of the character, and the comic is a classic. It comes from 1965, and of course we have the character of Jax Dukens, played by Tony Dalton, and yeah, unless you're living under a rock, guys, spoilers, you will know that he is the swordsman from the early Avengers issues. And of course, we're going to see him in battle, probably against Hawkeye at some point. In the comics, of course, the character of the swordsman actually trained Hawkeye at one point. So number 3 on our list is a book I just read last week. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Avengers Issue 19. Yeah, the first appearance of the swordsman. Also in this issue, the origin of Hawkeye, and that's how you find out that he had dealings with the swordsman. Of course, the storyline in the show somewhat differs. This book, though, sold 17 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 243% and a high sale. CGC 7.5 went for $467. Currently, on average, for the Raws, you're going around about $98. So mine's probably mid-grade. I'd say about 4.5 to 5.0. Where is the major fault? Up here, can you see there's a corner crease up here, colour breaking. But that's the real damage to the book. And I paid just 10 quid for my copy, and that was in the middle of 2018 at the local antique centre here in Gloucester. Number 2 on our list, of course, we are getting an Agatha Harkness show. I don't know how excited I am about that. I didn't really like the character too much in WandaVision, but I do have her first appearance, and that comes, of course, in Fantastic Four issue 94. Now, that is a pricey book now and getting out of the range for a lot of people. So, collectors are going for her second appearance and first cover appearance, I believe, and that comes in 1971's Fantastic Four issue 110. Yeah, okay, I'll watch anything when it comes to the Marvels. But here it is, a colourful issue from the Bronze Age. Again, I think I may know where one of these are. I might head there next week, actually. I got an idea where a couple of these vintage books are. And that's my real passion now, is the vintage books. Well, this book sold 16 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 300%, and a high sale Neil Mint raw copy went for $80. Now, guys, there is a rare green error edition with a massive sale of $1,500 for a CGC 8.5. Okay, and number 1 on our list. I'm a little bit disappointed with this because I ordered a couple of copies from this from one of the online UK sites, and they fell through. You can't win them all, I suppose. Well, I made a hot comic book alert about this back in the day. Back in late August, early September, Scott Snyder commented on Twitter, "So huge news. Tony S. Daniel and I just finalised our Noctera TV deal. We couldn't be happier with our partners and excited for what's to come." Now, the official announcement with the details will follow in the coming weeks. Thanks again so much. Well, this time round, the book has really picked up again because we've had a bit more information. This week, the news was confirmed by Deadline that DMZ creator Robert Patino will write, executive produce and serve as showrunner on the project, which is in the early stages of development with James Wan's production company Atomic Monster. Of course, James Wan made Aquaman. Well, the book, you know the book, we're going with a regular cover. That is our number 1 book this time round. It is Noctera issue 1 from Image Comics, guys. They were selling this at a con where I was at for about 20 quid a piece. Too rich for me. You know, I will find a cheaper one. Nice looking cover. Again, a book with various covers. I think there's a glow-in-the-dark one, for instance, variant to that. But the book sold a whopping 41 copies. And it's at a 7-day trend of plus 126% with a high sale. CGC 9.8 going for $130. Like I say, that has got a production deal now with Netflix, so expect to see that. That's a wrap, guys. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and all that jazz. It means the world to me. How many did I get this time round? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 20. Well, at least I had some of the bigger books, guys. Let me know in the comments how many you had. Bye, and I'll have a haul up very, very soon. Bye, bye.